Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Zodiac Bandit, and today, seeing as how 2023 is almost over and this is going to be my last video of the year, I figured I'd make a best Critical Role moments of 2023 video, or my favorite moments from Critical Role this year. Before we get into it, first and foremost, there's obviously going to be spoilers. Secondly, I'm just including like campaign stuff, so no like any announcements for animated series or anything like that, no merch stuff, which I find really cool, or anything like that. No Candelabra Obscura. It's just Critical Role and stuff in Exandria, basically. And then lastly, I'm not going to be talking after every single clip because there's 10 clips, so that would be a very long video. So some of them will get explained, but some of them I feel like explain themselves, just why they're here. There's some funny moments here, there's some combat moments, some serious moments. So yeah, there's an abundance of things going on in this video. So there will be timestamps for those who just want to skip me talking in general. They will be either in the description or in the comment section down below. So go check that out if you want to just skip me talking. Both all that out of the way, let's get started.
Oh, Changebringer. Changebringer, my love. If I wanted to find someone to repair this specific thing, where would I go?
I thought it'd be yes or no.
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
It is a single question concerning a specific goal. And he can give me a reply, a phrase, a cryptic rhyme, an omen. It's not a yes or no.
Might have been. Well,
There's just like a gentle wind that just kind of perpetually sits around the voice of the tempest, just like a soft breeze, especially in times of contemplation. The wind kind of gives this gentle sound, but across where your ears would be, I guess, for your audio sensor.
Weirdly, my audio sensor is in my perennial.
Oh, cool.
Omnidirectional.
Just like a Yeti mic.
Audio's always muffled.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gotta drop that mic. Drop that snowball.
But the wind seems to almost carry the faint elements of a voice to your mind. The path with one from your past, you're most bound to.
Oh,
The path from one from my past, I am most bound to.
D.
That's D.
Is it or is it Dancer?
No, it's D.
We shared a lot. I killed her.
Yeah, but you're most bound to Dancer.
To this guy who to
No, to D. They both start with a D.
Oh, change. I love its sweetness. You know my faith for you is so strong. What'd you say? I'm right. I'm more bound to Dancer or D, and please don't say you're more bound to the one that starts with a D.
that's actually pretty good.
I love your hair, by the way. It's really beautiful. Trying to save your life. Make it easy for us.
Save your life. Don't be a douche.
Dragon attacks.
The path to the mind.
Fuck you.
God damn it. The path to the mind of that which gave you life. Renewed.
Oh, that was clear.
Did it again.
No, that was clear. That's clear. That's
like
D.
it was.
That's D.
That's Dancer.
He won't.
That's wonderful.
You don't have to listen in to get my thoughts. I'll always share them willingly. You can just ask.
Can I kiss you? I can't tell if it's all right or not anymore.
All right. All right.
All right, so I will. I do. I kiss her.
Describe it.
No!
Describe
This is what use your imagination!
with your words, Matt.
I will wait.
Continue your scene.
I'll describe it.
3 for
God, no.
3 for 3, Marisha.
I was making a dead person who wasn't romanceable.
I know.
Anything else I can do?
Fern, what do you do? So you cast Fire Shield on yourself. The cooling shield, what are you doing?
Yes,
okay.
That ring of coral stuff.
One more.
This is so dumb. I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, now
Okay.
Whoa.
What? So as you're all focusing, you watch as Fern goes running and then leaps in the middle of the air. This strange sphere of flames emerge around her like a dull blue flame, encircles her form as she into the pool itself. You take.
Anybody else?
That's a really bad roll. You're very lucky. It's
They're
like
becoming the emperor and the empress.
it's 24 points of fire damage reduced to 12. You take 12
Okay,
points of fire
okay.
damage.
That's why I did this.
And you right behind where that center is. And as you're there, by the way, the rest of you can watch as that roiling has now come to just the faintest slender, like almost like a small flame pillar is just burning in the center. This white hot flame is just as you vanish into it, and you like plunge into it. The pain rocks through you, but you are also a being of fire. This is the druidic nature of your study. Your connection with the elements has always been through flame, the consumption of life to make room for more life. That is what wildfires are. That's what the purpose of fire naturally is to destroy what can make room for what's new. And holding on to that, the pain doesn't stop you, and you feel you impact the back of what you assume to be Ashton's shoulders.
Fern jumping into the lava to help Ashton retrieve the shard is a great moment for many reasons. First and foremost, it shows off her character really well, her willingness to help others and the people she cares for, and it shows how fucking batshit crazy she is just to jump in lava, much like Ashton. They're both absolutely crazy, but I very much enjoy this moment because it also sort of starts like a small potential for these two characters to have some sort of relationship, because she was the only one to really like risk that, to jump in there and go after him. So I do believe that there was a inkling of a relationship beginning here, and I'm all for that relationship. So of course this is going to be a high moment for me.
Thank you.
Whatever it takes.
I'll get to thank you. We're not there yet. But thank you for it.
You should leave.
Leave what?
You should go.
Like now?
I get up. I walk to my room.
But don't come back either. Like, you should go.
Chad.
No, I
I'm not
mean
turning
it.
Around. Just keep walking.
If you're gonna do things for yourself, then do them. But don't risk us. I understand what it's like to look out for yourself, try and experiment with new things. But if I thought I couldn't control this, I would have fucking left. I don't trust you. You could have hurt Fern.
Shit.
God damn it, if we're fighting the same thing, let us talk to each other face to face.
The figure spins you around, kind of grabbing the edge of the cloak, and immediately like holds a fist and like right up under your chin, and just hear like the dark shadow says, "Any sudden moves? Break your neck. You hear me?"
Any sudden moves?
You see a female figure in this like hood that's up and kind of pulled in front, kind of darker brown skin, long sleeveless robes, and looks to be like a staff affixed across the back of the shoulders.
What?
Here's Bo.
Yeah.
He said Bo.
Why is it Caleb and Bo?
Best characters.
Best character. Wolf.
Yeah, fine, sure, whatever works. Look, I'm not usually in the habit of bringing people into danger, but you seem to have walked your way here, and maybe we could help each other out. You know, kind of ballsy to roll up as deep as you have been, given the kind of quieter nature that the subtle touch this should require. She kind of glances past, and it's like she's looking for something, and goes, "You got my back?" And you watch as a shimmer kind of falls from the front of the tent, where you see a
Dirt wizard.
figure in a coat with like a kind of a higher collar.
Get the fuck out! What is happening? You gotta be shitting me!
Just covered in pieces.
Just smeared, no.
So fucking Beth climbs out of shit like the Predator.
Come on, man!
It's kind of like long duster that itself has like been pelted by the same, dust and dirt that the storm has, kind of giving it a similar coloration to it, but like a deep purple scarf that's put around. You can see him with a bit of like chin scruff and kind of wild brown hair with a bit of like gray touch from the sides. Hands gloved and hands out in front where you can see flames like flickering and encircling around the outside. And goes, "I would recommend that all of you stay seated. Let us have a conversation."
Side of my face.
So,
Bo and Caleb returning in Campaign 3 was huge for me for many reasons. First and foremost, Ludinus Deleth, the main villain, is a member of the Cerberus Assembly, a group in which both characters are attempting to rip down in their like sort of epilogue and the backstory that they have. So it's very nice to see them show up now. Not to mention, up until this point, there's been a lot of Vox Machina references and very, very few, with the exception of Ludinus, very few Mighty Nine references, and it was starting to irritate me because I love the Mighty Nine. So not seeing anything for them was a little annoying, but the fact that they showed up changed all that and made me extremely happy. And then, of course, it could lead to more of them showing up down the line. And yeah, I just love this because I love those characters. So seeing them was very cool, and it was honestly the perfect moment. I should have really thought about them showing up around this time, which made a lot of sense, and instead of me just hoping that they'd show up around any corner. So, well played, Matt. You picked the perfect time for them to show up.
that finishes your go. Orem, you're up.
Okay, so Orem's not going to take his eyes off the Juggernaut. He's going to step under through Ashton's legs.
Yep, ready for it.
Slip over to here. I immediately smell the scent of cypress trees and Bengay and know that Chetney is close. I fucking... I launch at the Rylauren.
Do you
The
share that
Juggernaut.
information with us?
No.
Okay, damn it.
And I leap up, plant a foot into the Juggernaut's knee, and stab into his gut.
Okay.
That is a 1, which I will re-roll. That is a 21.
21 hits.
I will make this a pushing attack.
Yes, you
Okay.
will.
Let's go.
So the damage is 8 plus. So that's 18 points of damage. Has to beat a strength save, so he's strong as fuck. 17.
Yeah. 17. 17 on the dot.
Okay, here we go again.
Come on.
That's a 20.
20 hits again.
Pushing attack.
Alrighty.
10 plus 18 points of damage.
18 points damage again.
I didn't need to use the quickens. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is going to be a 10.
10. 15 feet into the lock.
Yes.
15!
boom, boom, boom.
Elbow to elbow.
Into it, like up to its waist. So as it gets pushed back down, it says do 6d10 fire damage.
Come on, he's kind of resistant. He's got a little bit of resistance.
Well, he's not fully submerged.
Got it.
He's
Never
half
mind.
submerged.
He doesn't. It's just he's not fully submerged.
It's not fully submerged. Okay, okay.
Because he's big.
Okay. He big more.
25. 33.
33. Woo! It's like he's looking hurt.
Orem is gonna run leap
It was.
What?
against this motherfucker.
What?
So I'm on him.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Okay.
Come back.
Third slash.
Hardcore.
Jumping on him.
I'm on him.
Parkour off him.
Third slash.
Oh, third slash.
18 hit.
18
It does.
Just
Yep.
Pushing attack.
Down! Apologize, you son of a bitch! Send him!
19 points of damage. DC 17.
DC 17, natural 19.
Action surge. 23.
Okay, come on, dude.
12 plus 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Gotta make a save.
Save 17.
You doing it again?
Oh, and yeah, pushing attack.
Natural 18. He's rolling good this time around.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
12. 17 points of damage. Pushing attack.
17 points of damage.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
This is epic as fuck.
That's cocked. Natural 20. I'm like he's rolling real well here in the last bit.
Last of my 6. 22 to hit.
Come
22 to hit.
Last superiority die. Pushing attack.
Come on.
Last superiority die.
15 points of damage.
How do you want to do it?
All right, so he leaps up on the knee, like I said, jams it in there. He doesn't move. Orem pulls it out, whips up in the air, and then kicks this motherfucker in the face, sending him staggering back in. Land, flea jump, land, slash, and then I use gust as I bring Seedling down into his head, and wind just goes. And as he just submerges into the ground, I backflip off of this shithole.
Yes, you do.
And land right on the stone, right back in front of
Epic fucking turn!
Hell yeah.
Epic turn!
As you-
a gust, a sonic boom.
Yeah. As you
What community was this?
That little piece of crystal, I left it on the ground when I stood up. I want to fire a vitriolic sphere at it right now.
As he answers that question.
Can we back up?
Not that fast.
Not that fast. You watch as Bordor.
Oh, first before I do this, where there once was a golden, impish, sweet little boy, I'm gonna drop that shit.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Still same guy, same guy, but the gold, there's flakes, there's cracks, there's gray underneath, and it's weathered. The eyes that were full of innocence are full of a sadness and a pain that you can only have. Orem recognizes it as a pain you can only have after having suffered great loss. And he's finally stands up to his full 6'4.5" height.
On Tinder.
He looks he basically looks fucked up. He doesn't look like if you saw this guy. Okay, so and before I do it, I also say, no. I'll say it after,
Okay.
and I'll do it.
As you all begin to go for whatever reaction you have, this small orb of green, condensed, vibrating magical energy fires
guys.
towards the center crystal.
I did cure all your wounds before I did this, though. Let the record state.
Not
And
mine, I wasn't in that
splashes
radius.
out a massive blast of arcane acidic liquid that splatters towards all of you. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Bodoy's betrayal is one of the best moments of Critical Role. Now, of course, with a bit of recency bias, it's been pushed down a little bit in this video, but I do overall believe it's one of the top 15, maybe top 20 moments of all Critical Role, which is saying something because there's a lot of moments in the show. But this moment means so much to me as a viewer, to the players themselves. It affected Laudna so much that it like regressed her character progression. It was such a good moment where he just drops the bomb that he is a Ruby Vanguard member, and it pisses off everyone there because Prism believed that they had some sort of bonding over the fact that they're both learning their magic, and a bunch of them believe that they had a bonding with being separated from his brother, his family, much as many of them are in this moment because they've been pushed away and teleported everywhere else. But in fact, he was just a member of the villains, and he had been manipulated by the Ruby Vanguard to believe that what they were doing is good. So there's a bit of pain in the fact that they had to kill him off, and like I said, it changed the character's dynamic. Laudna truly became untrustful toward anyone who showed the slightest bit of betrayal. That's why when everything happens with Ashton, she just regresses even further back. Any sign of betrayal or distrust between a character now has this effect on Laudna, where there's a little bit of a lie being shown. Laudna then thinks that there's no one that can be trusted, and this moment is the beginning of that. This moment is the prime moment where it starts happening, and I very much love this moment for that. There's such a ripple that comes from this moment, and it's so good. And there's like some really good animations out there about this moment that I love watching constantly, and yeah, overall, love this moment. I think it's amazing.
3 volunteers.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Very well. And she tears the scarf into 3 pieces. And she hands one to each of you. And she reaches out and touches the center of the 3 of your foreheads. And you feel this odd warmth over your eyes. And the rest of you watch the skin grow over their eye sockets. The 3 of you are blind. I need you to put these on.
Oh my god! Oh no. These are so cool.
Sometimes when you put on eye masks, I like to get up
Actually, it goes the other way.
close and look at you.
We won't. We promise. We casts honor. We won't fuck with you while you're like.
No, now I don't trust
We won't.
you.
I swear.
I didn't say
Because I
shit.
wouldn't want you to do that to me.
It's a
So.
game about trust and communication and
Yes.
honesty.
This isn't the trust portion.
Okay. Is it comfortable? Yeah. Yeah.
The blindfold communication trial was one of the best ideas I think I've ever seen from Critical Role. It was an amazing moment, and it was such a good idea that I had to steal it from my very own one-shot for Christmas that I did like literally 2 weeks later, which was something that I knew I had to throw into the game because it was such a good idea. The idea that they could yell at each other and one of them is just blindfolded for the entirety of the time. Like 3 of them are blindfolded for the entirety of the time, and they couldn't see at all what they were doing, and they just had to rely on the people's voices, was brilliant. And eventually they figured out a system where basically just let Laura and Travis do it because they are clearly very good at communicating. And I love the fact that once Matt noticed that there was some good communication going on between certain people, he shut them up. He sealed their mouths shut. I thought this was an excellent moment, a brilliant idea, and a very, very, very much enjoyed it. I was on the edge of my seat watching this. It was one of the handful of times where I was very concerned for a character dying once we got to a certain point, but luckily no one did die, and it was very much enjoyable and super fun. I love this idea. I want to figure out how to use blindfolds more often now in my D&D games because this was awesome.
You all watch as all of the gold parts in Ashton's body glow white hot. His eyes close and his face tenses as he looks up, and the beams of sheer bright light that pour from his eyes up into the sun tree's roots above. He screams before he shatters into 1,000 pieces, and they stop in the air. And form back as your ring breaks, and that brief little bit of inherent dunamis brings you back into that final moment before you shatter. You all watched your friend die and come back, and that ring is gone. And you have 5 more rounds.
We only have Really? We're not only that far? I thought we'd gotten further.
Shit.
Takes a whole minute.
Fuck.
Ashen exploding is just one clip that I used to sort of encapsulate the entirety of the absorbing the Titan Shard ordeal that happened. First and foremost, this moment was great for a lot of reasons. It gave us some good character stuff that we got to sort of deal with up until this point, as we are now finally over all of that stuff that happened from this moment, which I very much think is a great thing to have every once in a while. Some good character stuff for them to slow down and to deal with some issues, and that spawned from this moment. But this moment alone is super tense, super enjoyable to watch, and is very much like one of the most nail-biting moments of the entire campaign. The idea that there was 10 rounds of consecutive Constitution saving throws was brutal. It was 10 rounds, aka 1 minute in combat time, of just abuse, of the idea that he's falling apart, the idea that he's exploding, the idea he's dying, he's overheating, he's not doing great, and he's getting ripped apart from the inside out, and the fact that he had to have other people up there to help him was really cool and really huge. Now, of course, it could have been handled better. They could have had more people to help them out do things, but overall, I kind of like the secrecy that was going around it, because there was a handful of people not believing it was Ashen's to take, even though I think storyline-wise, it was totally one of his many things that he should have taken, or at least got the attempt to do. So when he did eventually get to do it, I was very happy with the idea of him doing it. But with hindsight, he shouldn't have done it, because that was a terrible thing for him to do, because now he could have died. There's some fractures in the group dynamic, but overall, I very much love stuff like that. Very much love the idea that things can happen and could rip a team apart, and then they work through it. Very much enjoy it, and this is the sort of epicenter of all of that, and I very much enjoy this moment.
Walking into your home village, and you just hear the screams in the distance. What do you do?
I actually don't stand up right away. I just place one palm on the ground and another palm on the ground, and both hands swell and grow, and you watch as Caleb transforms into a perfect image of Galadon the Nightmare in ivory.
Oh, wow.
He had it?
I'll say that'll make you not prone. What's the fly speed on Galadon?
80.
80? From where you were, which is not far from our 40s, you can get up to about pretty much, yeah, you can get into melee with it if you want.
Was that?
But I have no action.
Indeed.
Do I have fear in this moment? The fear presence, or is that also part of action?
That is part of your action.
Then I will just let the largest kaiju scream this region of Wildmount has ever heard. Godzilla roar.
Perfect.
Guys, I think I just heard my mom.
Luke, it's your turn. On the back of a T-Rex, you look over, watch this massive, terrifying nightmare.
It's Caleb the Second.
That's right.
Oh.
And in a mirroring cry, the T-Rex begins to bound after.
What's its ground speed?
Ground speed is 50 feet.
50 feet, okay. It can rush over, and if it does a double dash, or does a dash, it can get up into melee with this, or you can stay back. Up to you.
I am going to stay back.
Okay.
And keep the boy
safe,
a little ways away.
You got it.
Behind Uncle Ford, who he loves so much.
Luke, you're up with Caduceus on deck.
I mean, it feels like causing 3d6 damage isn't gonna do a whole lot, right? If this is a kaiju battle, let's make it one. I will cast Enlarge on the T-Rex that I'm riding.
Awesome. That is so smart.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Put him on a box, man.
Oh my god.
I don't have a larger T-Rex, unfortunately. But we can all use, weirdly enough, our imagination.
This right here is what some would call a cop-out. And I will too, but I don't care. This is not just the kaiju battle moment from the Mighty Nine reunion, Echoes of the Solstice. No. This is the entirety of the Mighty Nine reunion, Echoes of the Solstice. That is my number one moment of the year. The Mighty Nine returning will always be my number one moment. The Mighty Nine is where I started with Critical Role. They're the group that I fell in love with first. They're my favorite group, my favorite characters, specifically the combination of the group with Caduceus over Mollymauk. So seeing Caduceus here, for me, is huge, and I very much love the entirety of Aggie showing up and then dying instantly, and we got a little bit more info from Matt about that, which I thought was very cool and very fun. But overall, I just love the Mighty Nine, so seeing them at any point in time, yes, it's not part of the main campaign, even though, yes, it does connect to it, so I'm going to just say, yes, it is part of the main campaign. I loved every second of this. The fucking final fight is so cool, so much fun. The kaiju battle, just everything that happens with Luke. The character Luke is amazing. As much as I missed Veth not being there, it was literally perfect character-wise for Veth not to go with. And I thought the same thing would happen last time when they did like the whole Uk'otoa one-shot, but it made way more sense to me now for Veth not to go with them because, yeah, Luke's older. There's more of a camp to deal with, so it makes way more sense that Veth wouldn't go. And then Luke being a rebellious teenager was a brilliant idea as well. I very much enjoyed the Luke character and how the dynamic played differently off of so many characters than it would normally with Veth. So very, very much loved seeing this happen. This is my favorite moment of the year. The entirety of the one-shot is my favorite moment of the year. Not to mention, it was a goddamn live show, which it's been forever since they do one of the, or since they've done one of those. And there's just a different vibe with a live show. The live shows are so much fun. The live shows are just dope. I wish I could go to one. I haven't been able to yet. They don't come to like Canada very often, and yeah, so that sucks. I need them to come to Canada, Critical Role. Come to Canada. I want to be able to write and record an entire script of a one-shot, maybe a Mighty Nine one-shot or whatever, before the video comes out, damn it. I just want to see it. Anyway, this is my favorite moment of the year. And there you have it, my favorite moments from Critical Role this year of 2023. It's been a wild ride. Lots and lots and lots of great moments. So many moments that it took me forever to pick these moments. It's literally been, I think, 2 weeks in the making of me picking these moments. And there are some where I'm like, would this one work better? Or do I think this one's better? So let me know what your favorite moments from the year are. You don't have to give me 10. You can give me 5. You can give me 3. You can give me 8. You can give me 9. Give me any number of your favorite moments from this year. But I know there's going to be a ton of moments that I missed because there's a lot of them. And I'm not just going to show a million clips without explaining anything. So realistically, I was limited to 10 because, you know, I'm not a clips channel, despite what a lot of people want or seemingly want in comments. Less yapping, I think, was the comment I saw a few times, which I thought was very funny. Anyway, I'm just yapping at this point. I need your help. Next week, I'm going to be making a prediction style video where I give my predictions for 2024, but it's going to be in the form of a bingo card. Now, I already have it filled out, but I want to hear some of your predictions down below as well as your favorite moments from this year. But predictions would be very cool, so I could like fill it out and have some new ideas from you guys instead of just from my head, because I think this is a collaborative effort for us to have a bingo card moving into 2024 for us to see and fill out, and maybe something cool will happen. I don't know. Give some suggestions on what we could do once we get a bingo, and also give me some suggestions to not just call it bingo. I was thinking crits, you know, CRITS or something like that. Who knows? So if you guys have any ideas what we could call the bingo card that isn't just bingo, let me know as well. And I think that's all the things that I want to say before the year ends. So yeah, have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys next year. Peace.